The hottest horse in harness racing is Nuclear Breeze, who has won 6 in a row and is undefeated this fall since returning from an injury. The off-bred, homebred, Maryland-based Cinderella pacer was forced to change tactics last week, rallying from last off a hot pace under leading driver Brian Sears. Well, tonight the Breeze looks to roll a 7 in the featured pace on Racing from the Medowlands on FSN New York. The great weather continues. Track is fast just below the 40-degree mark, and the winds are practically calm. And good evening, everyone. Welcome to our final racing card of 2006 here at the Medowlands. I'm Sam McKee, joined by Bob Hollywood Hayden. Ken Workington will call the races tonight. 14 races on our 1-hour recap. And Holly, without question, the story on the track is Nuclear Breeze. He has been simply unbelievable this fall, and right now, he's probably the best pacer in the sport.
Yeah, on the pace, off pace, doesn't make any difference for a guy like this here. His thunderous victory last week deflated the hopes and dreams of the majority of those thinking presidential series here in January. He actually has a little less in his weight tonight, despite the fuller field, and he's come back from half a year away with a vengeance. A win tonight puts him at 19 for 29 at 3 and 4 at 65%. He looks to continue to reward those who backed him every week here this fall at the Medowlands. He's 4 for 4.
We kick off the Saturday card with non-winners of 6,500 last 6. Windage Hanover is a former Berries Creek finalist. Quarter Carat was in the Meadowlands pace at age 3. Both have fallen upon hard times since then. Cam's Primetime trying to snap a 0 for 1806 season. Up front, Brad had a confidence-building win at Yonkers.
They're off. Anton Hanover and Cam's Primetime out together with speed. There is Open Shot from the inside, shows up early with Dave Beller up on the far outside. Up front, Brad, the favorite. 4 wide around the first turn. It's Open Shot. Open Shot cuts the corner. Quick brush from Anton Hanover on the outside with Mike LaChance gunning him to the front. Cam's Primetime. The whip up there, and he's going up, advancing with up front Brad. He's under a stronghold there as Brennan aborted that tuck and goes on. It's almost unbelievable. 5th past an opening quarter of 27 3/5 off the turn. Armbro Claret is 6th. Then it's Windage Hanover 7th, followed by Quarter Carat, Armbro Ben, and General Bailey getting whip taps near the back of the pack, or at the back. As up front Brad does clear now for Brennan. Up front, Brad up front, down the back stretch, setting the pace now. Cam's Primetime in the 2nd spot, Anton Hanover 3rd. Open Shot is staying in 4th as Andy Miller pulls with almost unbelievable. Armbro Claret grabs his cover, 2nd over at this point. Windage Hanover is jammed in on the inside. 3rd over Quarter Carat from the back, Armbro Ben. And General Bailey still trails half, 56 4/5 there, 29-1. Breather around the far turn, up front Brad. And Brennan continues to rate him in that 3rd quarter. First over Shot, almost unbelievable. Andy Miller gets him in gear now, 2nd and challenging for the lead. First over, it's Cam's Primetime on the inside, giving way and off stride. Cam's Primetime safely around him. Anton Hanover and 3 wide, Open Shot. All out is Windage Hanover and Quarter Carat wide on the outside. 3/4, 125 and 4. 29 seconds there in that 3rd quarter, and up front Brad is gone. It's up front Brad to win again. He rumps away and leads it by 6.5 now. 7 striding away, almost unbelievable. All out 2nd. Open Shot 3rd. A romp in the opener. Up front Brad at 3-2 here, and 153 and 2.
Well, there are a million reasons here to like this winner. Here's a couple. Mark Ford, the trainer here. He's had more millionaires in New Millennium than anybody not named Brett Pelling. Ed Molinex owns this horse. He also has millionaire Hoosier Boy. Tricky Tushy is the dam. She's the only millionaire dam on the entire card tonight. Western Hanover, the sire, he passed $100 million this year. And George Brennan had his first $9 million season.
Up front, Brad has some back class too, Holly. He won a Jug Preview Division at 3 and raced in the Breeders' Crown Final. Congratulations to trainer Mark Ford, who is getting married on Valentine's Day. Second race, 4-year-old $50,000 claimers 4 Stars Bling was blitzed last week in an ultra-aggressive try. He should get a much better trip drawing inside. Dreamy Eyes just missed beating Cheaper with a rail rally. Mary Matt Hanover is in easier, and Austin's Best won the Senior Trend Center in the spring.
They're off. The favorite, Austin's Best, leaving willingly there. Dreamy Eyes on the outside with Dragon Island. Far outside, Diamond's Revenge with early speed there. Dave Miller with the gas pedal down. Austin's Best now spars with Diamond's Revenge, who sweeps up on the outside. Dreamy Eyes settles in 3rd to the quarter mile. Dragon Island gets away good in 4th, and Sears has a lap full there. Whip action for What a Buster in the 5th position. Pulling there was 4 Stars Bling, leaving Vegas King 3 wide early in the mile here. Then it's Real Escape, who's backed up behind Vegas King there, was jammed up early. Beautiful Stranger next to last, and Merry Matt Hanover. 26 and 2 hot opening marker for Diamond's Revenge. Diamond's Revenge up front here. Appears that Dreamy Eyes has a problem there, is racing wide on the outside for Jonathan Roberts. So it's Dragon Island taking the lead here with Sears. Dragon Island to the front. Diamond's Revenge in the 2nd spot. Austin's Best shoveled to 3rd now. And up on the outside comes 4 Stars Bling 4th. Still 3 wide there, but still into it is Dreamy Eyes. But again, appears to have a problem. What a Buster is locked in on the rail. Vegas King following 2nd over now. And then Beautiful Stranger jammed up near the back with Real Escape and Merry Matt Hanover. The half was 55, so a breather for Dragon Island here. Still rating in that 3rd quarter for Sears. Attacking his 4 Stars Bling, and the Catman on the outside up boldly. Diamond's Revenge gapping that pocket some. Here comes Vegas King with a brush on the outside 4th, but he's all out, and Austin's Best is jammed in and needs racing room. 3 quarters, 123 and 3. Into the stretch now, 4 Stars Bling. Big first over here with the Catman keeping him alive, but he's drifting out. He looks vulnerable, but he's in front. 4 Stars Bling. All out is Dragon Island. Austin's Best is raging on the rail. He's now free, and Brennan's got him flying. Austin's Best on the inside. Too close to call. 4 Stars Bling outside.
Cat Manzi in the middle track gets up there. Cat finishing his best 3-year stretch of his career. Ross Krogan trained the winner. Ross in 2007 looking for his 4th title. And the sires are the top 2. We almost had a dead heater. Blissful Hall won the 1999 Triple Crown. His sire, Cam Best, the sire of Austin's Best.
Well, even though the purse is higher, I actually think this age-restricted 4-year-old 50,000 claimer is easier than the non-winners of 4 lifetime 4 Stars Bling at Bend race again. Krogan was the Big D's trainer of the week. He's got 10 fresh down under imports ready to roll. Dreamy Eyes had a broken left rear hobble hanger. That's why he was taken wide. Time for the Carvel quiz question. Now, one would think a horse would have to hit the board in the $1 million Hambletonian or Medowlands pace to set a seasonal earnings mark, but that's not always the case. Can you name the richest sophomore trotter and pacer in history who did not earn a dime in the Hambo or the Medowlands pace? We'll clue you in later on. Welcome back, everyone, to Racing from the Meadowlands. Holly, one thing for sure this decade, Tron Smedshammer has become a true trotting titan among the trainers and just keeps producing top horses year after year.
That's right. He had his 2nd best season in 2006. He was a 2004 Trainer of the Year, 6 Breeders' Crowns since 2003, 7 Millionaires. If he keeps this up, Hall of Fame conversation is going to begin.
Ken Workington takes a closer look at the American Viking.
It's certainly no easy feat to conquer the trotting world with unprecedented numbers and a steady stream of stars before one's 40th birthday. Yet Tron Smedshammer has been there, done that, and much more. Talk about credentials. The talented and diligent Norwegian has averaged $4 million in the past 3 seasons, cracked the nation's top 4 in 2006, produced a half-dozen millionaires, 5 division champions, a trotting Triple Crown winner, and a Trotter of the Year, and led the Breeders' Crown earnings list in 2004 and 2005. After going 0 for 14 in 2005, Sandvik transformed for Tron into a winning machine against the sport's top open class trotters, going 10 for 18. With leading driver Brian Sears in the bike, the 5-year-old son of Mr. Vic became Smedshammer's 6th millionaire with major victories at the Big M in the Cutler Memorial, the Titan Cup, the Breeders' Crown, and the Nat Ray. Throughout 2006, Sandvik showed versatility, speed, and guts, trotting 4 miles in under 152 and won 4 of his 6 stakes by less than a length. His Nat Ray score was exemplary. Sandvik still on top. Sandvik ripped on the outside. Smooth Muscles looking to pull up a huge shocker here. It's Sandvik almost home. Ripped between horses. Sandvik holds on. To say Smedshammer appeared overpowering on the road to the 2006 Hambletonian is an understatement. Although the best he could do was 3rd in the $1.5 million Classic, the American Viking made headlines with a titanic trio of 3-year-old trotters who finished 1, 2, 3 in the major prep, the Stanley Dancer Memorial, led by Mr. Pine Chip. Going into the big dance, the early season acquisition went 6 for 6, including a stakes record of 152 in the Dancer final. Smedshammer's 3rd Dancer in the past 4 years.
And it's Blue Mac Lad trying to hold the lead. Mr. Pine Chip is coming to him on the outside. Blue Mac Lad tiring. Mr. Pine Chip is charging hard, and it's Mr. Pine Chip who guns him down to win.
One of the other two Smedshammer Hambletonian hopefuls was Blue Mac Ladd, a son of Muscles Yankee, who had grown out of some soundness issues at 2 and matured into a top-level player. The Stanley Dancer runner-up trotted the mile of his life in the New Jersey Sire Stakes final, 154.
Under minimal urging here. All out is DC's piggy bank. Money talks on the inside. Late search from Make You Mine from a long way off. But it's Blue Mac Ladd impressive here in the New Jersey Sire Stakes final.
The speedy third of the Smedshammer Troika was another fresh addition to the barn in 2006. Here Comes Herbie, a son of credit winner, with Smedshammer driving, exploded to win the fastest Hambletonian elimination in 152.
Berto Primo is there between horses. Cape Town all toward the rail. As they come to the finish, it's Here Comes Herbie. Chocolatier gaining ground with every stride. Here Comes Herbie holds on to win.
The 2004 Trainer of the Year has already created a legacy of prolific fillies. Adding to the list of Stroke Play, House the Brute Built, and Blur, M&T won a Hambletonian Oaks elimination and finished second in the final. And Queen Serene beat standout Passionate Glide in a world record of 152 before dominating the Matron final over stablemate M&T and romped in the Hudson Filly Trot.
And now she'll brace for the challenge of Velma Kay. Queen Serene has something left. Queen Serene now by 2. Velma Kay can't get to her. Down to the line, and the Hudson Filly Trot goes to Queen Serene.
The future continues to look bright for Smedshammer, whose patience paid off with a late-blooming 3-year-old named Like a Bat Out of Hell. The big, long-striding son of SJ's Caviar overcame some early season issues and gained a world of confidence with the addition of trotting hobbles, sweeping the Charles Singer Memorial Series.
Like a Bat Out of Hell with a 16th to go. Red Dragon just a neck back is hanging in there gamely. They're heading down to the finish. Like a Bat Out of Hell. Like a Bat Out of Hell sweeps the Singer Series.
The name is Tron Smedshammer. His game is top trotters. And with a strong foundation and proven stamina-building training methods, his list of champions continues to grow.
Chances are good Tron Smedshammer will be at the top of the heap again in 2007. Here's the third race field, 30 to 33,000 claimers. Escape Attack has been strong on the front end this fall. White Sand Mirage drops slightly. Southwind Go 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 can kick off cover. Slick Ace is in from Illinois.
Throw off Escape Attack with that claim entered, and Jingra gives him a couple of right-handers there. All-American, the favorite at 6 to 5 right now, guns out. Definitely maybe on the rail with alert pace. He moves up into second. Escape Attack takes the lead. It's Escape Attack. On the inside, definitely maybe, and up on the outside, All-American continues on. He's second and challenging for the lead as they head past the opening quarter. Tom's Wealth is fourth on the inside. Armbro Cabot is fifth under a snug hold there. Then it's White Sand Mirage in sixth, and Southwind Go Go Go. Slick Ace at the back of the pack. 26-4, pretty good quarter. All-American strides out, takes the lead. All-American now, and Sears takes control and will look to rate as Escape Attack is under that stranglehold in the second spot all over the Sears helmet. Definitely Maybe is third as it jams up here and slows down. Tom's Wealth is fourth on the cones. Armbro Cabot is fifth. Starting up sixth now, Southwind Go Go Go, and Brennan tracks with Slick Ace, and then it's White Sand Mirage as they start to pair up. All-American 56 at the half, 29-1. Breather in that second quarter. All-American 6 to 5 in front. Pocket spot for Escape Attack. First over attacker, Southwind Go Go Go. Third, now second and challenging. Tracking the live cover is Slick Ace fourth, well positioned there by Brennan. Definitely Maybe back to fifth. Getting underway, White Sand Mirage, gapping his cover third over. Jammed up is Tom's Wealth near the back of the pack with Armbro Cabot. Their heads apart at 3/4. All-American, tough trip for Southwind Go Go Go. Trying to keep going and going and going. 125-2 into the stretch here. Southwind Go 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 forges to the front first over. Rolling off his cover, Slick Ace, perfect trip there, trying to capitalize. Hanging in there is All-American. Escape Attack on the rail. Late pace now from Definitely Maybe. Tom's Wealth in traffic. Here comes Slick Ace on the outside. Perfect drive by Brennan did it. Slick Ace takes it over Southwind Go Go Go, and Definitely Maybe.
Sired by Aquarius winner Browning Blue Chip here. This horse sired by the horse that Brett Pelling had, who made almost $1 million. 1 for 5 locally, claimed for $30,005 back. 3 straight wins, not bad. He started the year 2 for the first 35.
Well, Slick Ace is a Michigan bred. He was raised and raced in the Michigan Colt Stakes program by the Ackerman family and sent to Chicago to son-in-law Homer Hochstetler. Dana Parham's powerful odds-on racing stable will be the leading owner for the fall meet, now with 7 victories. Fourth race, non-winners of 3 or 35,000. Hitaway just missed in a race he had to have needed after a 5-month layoff. Boy named Sioux Shuttle wasn't bad in his Big M debut. Secured Risk gets a driver change to Jonathan Roberts. Prolific Pacer was Sears' choice for Mark Silva.
They're off. The favorite Hitaway from the outside. Secured Risk trying to gun out there. From the rail comes Something to Behold. Something to Behold in Andy Miller. Bo Willie with a bit of speed as he goes right to the cones there. Something to Behold. And Secured Risk now squaring off. He challenges Bo Willie third. All out is Hitaway on the outside fourth. Going up there, Sports Passion fifth. Regal Ideal sixth to the quarter. Then it's Fountain of Youth 3 lengths to Boy Named Sioux Shuttle and Prolific Pacer. Trails 2 wide past the quarter, 27 and 3/5. All out here. Secured Risk can't clear. Something to Behold parks him out down the backstretch. Hitaway is right there, third on the outside. Bo Willie sits fourth on the cones, heading towards the half in the speed battle. Sports Passion is fifth off the dueling leaders. Regal Ideal is racing sixth, followed by Fountain of Youth seventh. 3 lengths to Boy Named Sioux Shuttle, who can't keep pace, and neither can Prolific Pacer at this point. 3 wide comes Hitaway. Hitaway was 3 wide past the half in 55 and 4, and he's trying to clear Something to Behold as well. Something to Behold finally does yield to Hitaway, who cleared the lead after going 3 wide. Secured Risk now looking to back away after the tough trip early. Bo Willie now looking to shake loose. He is third on the inside and has pace there. Sports Passion locked in as well, and 3 wide comes Regal Ideal. Regal Ideal is overloaded with Jingra, and still looking to get out is Bo Willie, and Brennan is twisting and turning in the bike. 125 into the stretch now. Dave Miller and Hitaway. Andy Miller right there with Something to Behold diving inside. Bo Willie needs a seam, and Regal Ideal's trying to rally him on the far outside. Comes Sports Passion, and Brennan's free with Bo Willie. Here comes Bo Willie on the inside, reaching Bo Willie. Sports Passion up on the far outside. Brennan's got 3 already. Bo Willie, Sports Passion up for second. Then Something to Behold and Fountain of Youth.
Only third start over the track here for the winner. Team Burke going down to the wire, fighting with Herb Miller for that money title. And George Brennan, I think he thinks it's August 11th and August 12th. He's winning with everything inside. Remember, those 2 days he won 21 races in 2 afternoons and 1 night.
And only a nose away from 4 wins on the card, and racing is a game of inches. Brennan was not able to squeeze to the outside by the 3/4. He got blocked, but found plenty of room rallying inside. The Berg Barn now tied with Mark Silva, each with 12 wins in the race for the training title, and both have 5 starters left tonight. One more round of weekend racing only at the Big M after New Year's. Will return to action Friday and Saturday, the 5th and 6th of January. It's our final program of 2006 here from the Medowlands. And Holly, let's take a look at the National Drivers Spotlight. Tony Morgan last night at Northfield Park accomplished something that had only been done once before, 1,000 wins in a single season.
Second driver to have 1,000 wins in 1 year. Case did it in 1998, 1,076. He had the record second, 852, 1996. 3-time HTA Driver of the Year. The winningest driver in the sport since 1995, averaging 693 wins a year. Not just a top driver, a great all-around horseman. Remember, Quick Pulse Mindale, this year's Wilson Fox Valley Barsgar. He loves the day-to-day grind of harness racing.
Well, the boys here on the clubhouse level still rave about the talents of Jim Morrill Jr., who made a huge career and lifestyle change in 2005, relocating from Jersey to upstate New York to drive at Buffalo and Batavia. He set a record for the highest UDRS this year in harness history.
Number 58-1, Meadowlands pace, great driver. Oddly, his best 3 years came right before he left. Jim Morrill Jr. just missed a Triple Crown in 1993 with Riyadh. Remember Buzzin' Brian, 4-Star Shark, and Exotic Earl.
Here's the 5th race field, $50,000 to $60,000 claimers. Anzac is claimed here by trainer Virgil Morgan. Mount Vernon Hanover flew home at 38-1 to win his Krogan debut. The Chosen One reclaimed by Mark Kismoto last out. Always a threat, always consistent with good gate speed.
The Chosen One guns out there. Matahari from between horses. Western Gem, widest is the favorite. Always a threat, 4 wide into the first turn as they battle there. It's a Western Gem on the inside. Here comes the Chosen One with the Catman. Matahari third, and driving on there. Anzac with the claim entered 4th. Tucking in Always a Threat 5th off the dueling leaders. Global Scale is 6th, and it's Mount Vernon Hanover and My Fella. 2 wide by the quarter. It's the Chosen One in the Catman. Urged on is Matahari and Jonathan Roberts, 26-3. Hot opening marker used hard early here. Matahari. Medowlands does clear, strides out, takes the lead with the breeze picking up down the backstretch now. The Chosen One in the second spot drafts there. Western Gem is a close-up third. Anzac fourth, looking anxious there. Miller half in, half out with him. Always a Threat is under a snug hold with Sears as the Catman retakes with the Chosen One. Third to last, Global Scale, followed by Mount, Vernon Hanover, and My Fella. It's the Chosen One at 6-1 off a half of 55 and 1. Medowlands, who took over past the quarters, now second. Here comes Anzac first over. That will tow Always a Threat into second over, say round the far turn. Western Gem now locked in, trying to join the flow. Global Scale as Anzac pulled and has no pace. Now forced 3 wide, Always a Threat, and that allows the Chosen One to get away here. The Catman urging him on. 3/4, 1:24 and 1. Into the stretch. The Chosen One is the one to reel in with Medowlands on the inside. Here comes Western Gem fresh off the cones. Duvig on to work. Here comes Always a Threat on the outside. Global Scale between horses. Also trying to rally is Mount Vernon Hanover. They're closing in now on the Chosen One. On the outside, Western Gem inching in on the rail. My Fella raging late. It's Western Gem. Western Gem takes it.
Another winner who likes the home cooking, Western Gem, now 8 wins in the year, 7 here locally. Opportunistic effort. My Fella picked up the rest. The Chosen One had a busy effort here and tired late, and Always a Threat. Different story from this week to last. Tonight had the long mile.
Well, Ken Workenden called the key moment in the race when Anzac stopped first over before the 3/4. That allowed Western Gem to get out after getting trapped. He needed every inch of that trip to win. Medowlands was pretty good in a multiple move effort, showing signs of better things to come after the layoff. Sixth race, non-winners at 27,500 last 6. Why Not has been super sharp this fall, despite facing very tough foes. Mulcahy was compromised by pace and position last week. Village Jade drops out of the winner's over where he faced Nuclear Breeze. All-American Inc. had every chance in the world last week and benefited from a breaker, was still nailed late.
They're off. Armbro Animate eager to leave out of there, gunning out Village Jade. Dan Michaels Marvel with early speed there. All-American Inca, the favorite, floated out. It's Why Not on the rail, out alertly into fourth. The Mulcahy got away fifth around the first turn, and now All-American Inca goes up 6 to the opening quarter. Redford Hall is 7th. Absolute Hall is 8th. Then it's Fly Fly, Buckeye, and JJ's Gazette past the quarter. It's Michaels Marvel in front here in control with Dave Miller. Flashes by the quarter in a quick 26 and 2. Michaels Marvel leads the way down the backstretch. Village Jade drafts in the pocket spot. Why Not settles in third. Armbro Animate fourth. Here comes Sears with Mulcahy looking to gun down the backstretch up on the outside quickly, grabbing his cover. All-American Inca, and Brennan's got a stranglehold on him. Gap at 2, and Redford Hall joins the flow third over, tracked by Absolute Hall. Shooting a gap is JJ's Gazette, and then Fly Fly Buckeye. They have paired up on Michaels Marvel off a half of 55 and 2. 29 seconds there. Mulcahy applies pressure, hooks up now with Michaels Marvel, has it by a long neck, and Mulcahy takes it to him with Village Jade locked in that box now. Poised is All-American Inca, second over, third over. Redford Hall stride for stride there with Why Not. He's buried 6th. Absolute Hall third over on the outside. Nowhere to go for Armbro Animate near the back with Fly Fly Buckeye and JJ's Gazette. Tight pack here. Michaels Marvel, pressure mounts. Mulcahy game first over. 3 wide slingshots. All-American Inca looking for room. Village Jade 1:23 and 4 in the stretch. All-American Inca, open road after a perfect trip. All-American Inca, Brennan's working away. Now Village Jade has this seam. Up on the outside comes Redford Hall on the rail. Watch for Why Not. He's raging. All-American Inca needs the wire. Village Jade closing in. All-American Inca, Grand Slam! Grand Slam for George Brennan.
All-America Inca, you might know his brother a little better than him, LCB. He's in later on here. The main reason is because All-American Inca was 0 for 13 at the Medowlands lifetime until tonight, which is unusual considering as a two-year-old he's had a world record at the Meadows.
Well, you also might know his other brother, his full brother, is All-American Ingot, the Woodrow Wilson winner, who's now a successful sire. Now Adam Victor, Adam Jr., and Noel Daly have completely shifted the basis of their operation from racehorses to stakes, colts, and fillies. Watch for Little Miss Dragon. She could be the top 3-year-old pacing filly next year. Playing the Pacers gets even better next year with a $10,000 guaranteed nightly pool in the Pick 6. The takeout is low. The rewards can be high. The Saturday recap rolls on, and those of you who know Hollywood Hayden like I do know that he's not afraid to step out on a limb and say what he thinks. You've already put together your 2007 Horse of the Year morning line, headed by one of the most impressive freshman trotters that we've ever seen.
That's Donato Hanover. Got to put him on top of next year's Horse of the Year. Maybe a little history on the side, too. Look at this. 77, 87, and 97. The last 3 times a sophomore trotter has been named Horse of the Year. Green Speed, Mac LaBelle, and Malabar Man. We'll see if Donato Hanover in 07 can do it. Passionate Clyde is second. Is she the next moneymaker? Is anybody? Well, we'll see if she suffers in the 4-year-old blues next year. Passionate Clyde put second. Pampered Princess, a world record setter from the fantastic first crop of Andover Hall this year. Tactor's best 2-year-old. Can she carry that over to 3? Now, Liz Marrow is my choice this year for Pacer of the Year. His sire, Cambest, at age 5, which Liz Marrow will be next year, set the time trial mark of 1:46.1. We'll see if Liz Marrow, the richest pacer, older pacer of the year, can keep it going. Mr. Muscleman will try to become the oldest horse of the year since the Medowlands Open. You got to go back to 1975 when Savoir was 7. Mr. Muscleman is knocking on the $4 million door. Isabella Blue Chip. Well, can George T. become the first trainer in history to have 2 females named Horse of the Year? Remember Rainbow Blue in 2004? We'll see. Remember, she holds a track record here, 51-2. Now, Vivid Photo, history is not on his side next year. The last trotting gelding, you got to go back 31 years when Savoir won it as Horse of the Year, and the older division is Power Packed in 2007. Sandvik, Vivid Photo, Peaceful Way, Mr. Muscleman, Mystical Sunshine, Passion Glide, a lot of good horses there. And last but not least, Possess the Magic. The last time Gerfine had a filly H2 of this magnitude, it was 1995. She came back the following year to be Horse of the Year. That was Continental Victory.
We'll see what happens in 2007. Right now, though, it's time to see what happens in the 9th race. Non-winners of $15,000 last 6. Dixie Pride gets Sears and has been in the Rosecroft Opens. Silver Flash never looked comfortable and broke. He drops in class tonight. Oneria Attack Pat is iron tough. He looks prime, 3rd back off the layoff.
And it's See You in My Dreams who timed it out of there with American Fury going for the lead. Moonlight Jazz gets away in 3rd. Anglebrook on the inside 4th. Wrestled back there Silver Flash 5th. Widest is Oneria Attack Pat 6th. Then going up there Dixie Pride is 7th and settling in, followed by Miracle Man next to last and Magical Murphy. Andy Miller takes American Fury to the front end. American Fury flashes by the quarter in a quick 26-2. Hot early clip here. See You in My Dream settles down in the pocket spot. Silver Flash up on the outside of tuck in 3rd in front of Moonlight Jazz 4th. They continue down the backstretch. Anglebrook is 5th with Oneria Attack Pat to the outside 6th. Sears will track him with Dixie Pride, followed by Miracle Man and Magical Murphy. Marching up front here, American Fury at 10-1 with Andy Miller. American Fury on the point here, hits the half in 54 2/5, 28 seconds there. It's still a good, solid clip here. See You in My Dreams rides that pocket spot. Silver Flash 3rd, stays in. Here comes Oneria Attack Pat up boldly, first over now, and has stalled somewhat there on the turn. Tracking him is Dixie Pride 2nd over as Oneria Attack Pat continues it. Pulling pocket with See You in My Dreams right there in front of Oneria Attack Pat. A bold, sharp move from the Catman. See You in My Dreams pouncing on American Fury. The earplugs out there. Silver Flash is overloaded, and Brennan has a lap full and is looking for room. 1:23-2 end of the stretch now, and it's See You in My Dreams trying to get away from them, looking for the seam now. Silver Flash is open road, dives to the inside. Here comes Dixie Pride, and Sears goes to work there and pulls the trigger, and they're closing in on See You in My Dreams. Dixie Pride on the outside, Silver Flash on the rail. Dixie Pride, Brian Sears again. Dixie Pride takes it over Silver Flash, close for 3rd, either Anglebrook or See You in My Dreams.
Dixie Pride doing well. The opener Rosecroft debuts here at the Medowlands. Had a 1:50-4 mark there. Brian Sears certainly aided the cause here and rolls right by. Silver Flash almost got Brennan yet another. Oneria Attack Pat went the long mile, just 1 for 18 after a solid season here in 2005.
Well, the Maryland Shippers have done much better at the Big M in 2006. Now, Brian Sears says that he likes to drive new horses that he hasn't been on before, just to try something different and see if he can make a difference. Well, he usually does. 10th race, here's the featured. Winners over pace, Nuclear Breeze. The big story, he guns for 7 in a row and draws inside to boot. Now, Hop Singh has had a long season, but he still tries very hard. Pacific Playboy probably overdriven last week, making multiple early moves. Fake Denario set the Chester Downs track record of 1:49-2 in the Town Drunk Final.
The Rob Roddy's back. bags again. Guns from the outside. Pacific Renegade. Hop Sing with his good early foot. The favorite Nuclear Breeze easing out of there with Artmaker on the rail. Fourth into the first turn, now third. And it's Jingra with Hop Sing. Hop Sing takes over. Ronnie's bags again, urged on by Dave Miller here to challenge Artmaker third. And the favorite Nuclear Breeze now fourth to the opening quarter. It's a fast pace here. Tarver Hanover is fifth, followed by Pacific Renegade sixth. Then it's Pacific Playboy. Rare Earth next to last, and Fake Denario ninth. First quarter hot 26 2/5 out of the pocket. Hop Sing. Hop Sing, and Jingra wants the front end here, seizes control. Ronnie's bags again, second by 2 lengths now. Artmaker looking to fill the gap third, and now Sears calls to Nuclear Breeze. Charges up out of fourth, now third and gaining. Tarver Hanover is fifth, and next is Pacific Renegade sixth. Pacific Playboy looks to track him seventh, and it's Rare Earth eighth, and Fake Denario ninth. Clearing just past the half, Nuclear Breeze, the heavy favorite, 2-5. Half was 55, onto the far turn. Nuclear Breeze by a length. Hop Sing now in the second spot with Roddy's bags again third. Tarver Hanover appears stalled first over fourth. Artmaker locked in fifth. Second over Pacific Renegade sixth. Nowhere to go, Rare Earth seventh. Pacific Playboy eighth, backed up by the dull cover and has to swing around them. And a long way to come then Fake Denario. Nuclear Breeze looking to open up here off of 3/4 of 123. It's Nuclear Breeze now by 3.5 and 4, and Sears has the whip tucked away. Up the rail, Roddy's bags again. All out is Pacific Renegade. Up on the far outside comes Pacific Playboy. Down to the wire, 3 in a row for Sears, and 7 straight for Nuclear Breeze. Nuclear Breeze over Pacific Renegade, close for show.
Talk about getting hot at the right time. 7 in a row, 5 and 5 with Sears. Presidential favorite for sure. Versatility, high speed. Pacific Renegade was second. Out hustled the rest. And got to give special mention here to Hop Sing. He was claimed for $125,000 on New Year's Eve 2005. Now $634,000 later, he appears on the final card of 2006.
Well, Holly, Nuclear Breeze is so sharp, it's flat out scary. His owner, Thomas Cook, is an attorney and also a distinguished teaching professor at Georgetown University. His court privileges include the U.S. Supreme Court, and at age 57, he's enjoying the ride of his life in harness racing with quite possibly the best active pacer in the sport right now. 25,000 claimers in race 11. Optimus, a 19-time winner this year. Jack Q is lightly raced and seems to fit at this level. J.K. Cascade has been the beaten choice in his last 2.
J.K. Cascade gunning out, as a matter of fact, on the outside there. Optimist with alert pace from the rail. Island Zeus moves up into fourth around the first turn. Can You See Me Bo, fifth on the outside. 3 wide, sixth is Lucky Joe. Then comes Jack Q on the rail, followed by Doinks, Believer, and Naturally Noble trails to the opening quarter. J.K. Cascade and Sears. Here comes a challenge from Optimist in the Catman, looking to sweep on by. Quarter 27 2. Optimist takes the lead down the backstretch. J.K. Cascade, after the quick beginning, is now second, and here comes Island Zeus and Dubé up to challenge, tracked by Can You See Me Bo. Second over and advancing now fourth on the outside and gaining. As a matter of fact, shoveled back. Into the outer flow is Lucky Joe, third over, now tracked there by Doinks Believer. He's out and on the move with Naturally Noble from the back of the pack, and then Jack Q. It was Island Zeus between calls. Here comes Can You See Me Bo and Jingra. Full throttle there, 55 and 428 2 second quarter. Can You See Me Bo takes the lead here at 4-1 on the far turn, leaving Lucky Joe first over and challenging second now, with Island Zeus back in third. Dave Miller and Doinks Believer second over fourth, gapping the cover but still within striking range. Optimist is now back to fifth on the inside. Naturally Noble up third over, tracked there by J.K. Cascade, and J.K. Cascade swings to the outside, full of pace, 123 and 4. Can You See Me Bo on the inside, and up on the outside comes Lucky Joe and Stephen Smith. Lucky Joe to the front. Lucky Joe trying to put away a stubborn Can You See Me Bo's battling back. All out inside is Optimist, and Island Zeus is there with Naturally Noble. It's Lucky Joe at 10-1. Lucky Joe does it. Lucky Joe, Can You See Me Bo was second. Close for third, either Optimist or Island Zeus.
Nice outer flow here. Got a lot of horses into the race, reminiscent of the first 10, 12 years of the Medowlands here. Tom Fanning, nice night. Pacific Renegade second, Lucky Joe here. And Sire Canluck had 2 goals this year. He reached them both. $100 million following Western Hanover this year, and $15 million all-time record.
That's wins on back-to-back cards for trainer Tom Fanning, who's had plenty of past success with Lucky Joe, who's been in and out of his barn before. Now, Steve Smith has perhaps one of the legitimate challengers for Donato Hanover in next year's 3-year-old trotting stakes, a colt named Monkey Bones, also a son of Andover Hall. Congratulations once again to the White Knight, Brian Sears, who wins his 3rd straight fall meet title and 5th overall Big M driving championship. He's become the man at the Mecca. Back with more after this. Year of coming up with tough and testing Carvel quiz questions. This one was certainly one of them too. Who had the richest season in history among 3-year-old pacers and trotters without earning a dime in the Hambletonian or the Meadowlands Pace? Allie?
For the Meadowlands Pace, it was interesting because Goldie Jeff finished 7th, Jate Lobel was 7th, but so was Western Hanover. All had $1 million seasons. Western had $1.8 million, so he's the record holder there. Now, Cadabra was not eligible to the Hambletonian, but still went over $1 million too. Pretty impressive numbers considering they go for $1 million now more in the Big Hambo.
12th race, $40,000 claimers squaring off here. Khakis Feather was blocked late last week in his return to the Banca Barn. True Force raced much better with a 1-run off the pace rally. My Wicked Willie beat Cheaper with a strong gate lead.
Off 7th. Evans sticks ahead in front there. True Force urged on out of there from the inside. Bootylicious moving up from the outside. Ricky Road shows some speed. He shows up into 4th, now 3rd and gaining. Khakis Feather, the favorite, is 5th. On the outside, Iraq Attack is 6th. Activator 7th. 3 wide briefly was My Wicked Willie, then Montauk as they march past the quarter. It's 7th Evan in front there, and Jingra hits the quarter in 27 with 7th Evan on the engine down the backstretch. True Force drafts in the pocket spot under a snug hold with Sears there. Ricky Road is 3rd. Bootylicious is 4th. Edging out Khakis Feather to the outside, and Iraq Attack will track him. And My Wicked Willie is out. He's 3rd over at this point, looking to advance in the outer flow. Then Activator on the rail and Montauk. They have paired up now. They reach the half, and 7th Evan in control there with Jingra. Hits the half at a rate of 55 and 428 and 4 second quarter. Khakis Feather first over and on the attack now 2nd and challenging. True Force locked in the box there. Gapping the cover is Iraq Attack. He is continuing to inch up just a bit closer. 4th now. Now he's stalled. He's under urging. So Ricky Road is locked in and stuck behind the stallers. My Wicked Willie. Jammed in is Bootylicious near the back with Montauk and Activator. They're going at it heads apart at 3/4. 7th Evan. Khakis Feather game first over. Lurking is True Force. 124 and 2 into the stretch. Khakis Feather taking it here to 7th Evan, angling out, overloaded. Here comes True Force breezing on by. True Force, plenty of late pace here. Fresh legs, kicks away. Ricky Road up into the 2nd spot. It's True Force, a grand slam for Brian Sears. True Force, an easy winner over Ricky Road and Khakis Feather.
True Force was 5 for 6 at the Meadowlands last year, but just 2 for 14 now after this win. Follows cover from the favorite and rolls by Sears 4-bagger. Sears is going to wind up in the top 3 for the 3rd straight year. As a matter of fact, the same 3 names have appeared: Miller, Pierce, and Sears since 2004.
That's a double tonight for the Bruce Saunders barn. Now, owner Larry Barron had a cup of coffee training and driving horses in his younger days. He has a good eye for picking out claims and makes all the claims himself. True Force was once a $6,000 condition claimer in Illinois. He's now won 23 races in the past 2 years. Non-winners of 6,500, last 6 square off in race 13. Boy, Patch Adams looked like a different horse beating these last weekend. 248 has some talent, but was hampered last out by dull cover. LCB has all the back class, but fitness a question after a month off.
They're off. You're the lucky one. Cannons from the outside. 248 being urged on out of there with the favorite Patch Adams leaving alertly 3rd on the rail. Around the first turn, Disco Devil gets away 4th on the inside. Spandrell Hanover is 5th with Redstone Ruckus 6th. It's Nevada Yankee 7th on the inside. Then the Traveling Man and gapping out early here LCP. LCB is the trailer. At the opening quarter, You're the lucky one meets up with 248 here with Jeff Duplace. 27 and 2, 2-4-8 sweeps up on the outside and looks for the lead. You're the lucky one. Strings him out a bit now, settles in the second spot there. Wrestled back with Patch Adams a close-up third. Disco Devil fourth up the backstretch. Spandrell Hanover is fifth. Redstone Ruck is sixth. As Spandrell Hanover goes to the outside, flushes out Disco Devil, flushes out Patch Adams. Patch Adams out of third for Sears, attacking 2-4-8 as they hit the half together in 56 and 1. Patch Adams takes over. Now 2-4-8 is second with Disco Devil first over on the attack, advances into third. You're the lucky one shuffle to fourth. Spandrell Hanover fifth on the outside now, caught behind the stalling Disco Devil. Inside, the traveling man looks for room now, and then it's Redstone Ruckus near the back of the pack with LCB and Nevada Yankee, as Patch Adams has opened it up to 3.5 at 3/4 in 1:24. 27 and 4 third quarter there for Patch Adams at 6-5's the one to reel in. He's up by 4.5. Patch Adams in front, trying to close in on him. You're the lucky one on the outside. 2-4-8 all out. The traveling man on the rail, about a 16th to go, and Patch Adams is home free. Brian Sears gonna wrap up the fall meet title here. He's live for 5 tonight at 6-5. Patch Adams takes it. The traveling man and Redstone Ruckus rallies for third.
We got Sears, Silva, Saturday, and Sia. That's what happens with Patch Adams here. And in case you're wondering about down under horses, Mark Silva back in 1998 had his first ever sub-150 horse at Colonial with Millionaire in.
And that seals the deal for Mark Silva as he wins his second fall meet training title. He certainly turned around Patch Adams, who was just terrible two-back, but has won 2 straight with similar half-mile moves. It was the Brennan Show early and the Sears Show late tonight. They've won 9 of the 13 races between them. And we close it out with our final race of 2006. Non-winners of 3 are $85,000. Perhaps Mark Silva has fine-tuned Carr's character. A big price Harrisburg buy who has disappointed so far. Renoir rallied well thanks to a crazy early pace. Keystone Resident, the international good thing release. He's a fresh Meadows shipper for the Burke Barn.
Off with Cabana Jack on the outside. Pure Eagle Hanover now gunning for the lead. Far outside, Natural Talent with early speed. Keystone Resident shows up early into the 4th position with Carr's character tucking in 5th now. Up on the outside, Natural Talent from 5th as Renoir gets away in the 6th position heading to the opening quarter. As tucking in was Model Relim next, and then it's Sam's Illusion next to last, and King Cat Anvil trails. It's Cabana Jack rushing up quickly. Natural Talent 27-1 opening marker. Cabana Jack up front here with the Catman not for long. Natural Talent sweeps on by. Here comes Keystone Resident up on the outside from 3rd now 2nd and challenging, and now kicking in is Renoir. Renoir and Jingra's got him in gear, 4th and gaining. Pure Eagle Hanover back to 5th, reaching the half. Carr's character takes out 6th. Then it's Model Relim 7th, followed by Sam's Illusion and King Cat Anvil. The half a lively 54 and 2/5, 27 and 1 again. It's Keystone Resident and Brennan's up front now. Renoir attacking first over, inching his way up a closer second now. Natural Talent locked in the box. Carr's character and Sears lurking second over, inching up closer with the live cover 4th. Locked in is Cabana Jack 5th. Model Relim is up 3rd over, 4.5 lengths from the lead. Then Pure Ego Hanover from the back, King Cat Anvil and Sam's Illusion. It's Keystone Resident 122 and 3/5. Keystone Resident in front by a length, trying to squeeze out of the box. Natural Talent right there with open rotors. Renoir and Cabana Jack trying to kick in again. It's Natural Talent takes the lead. Dave Miller, Natural Talent now drawing clear. It's all Natural Talent at 7-2 in the finale. Cabana Jack gets up for 2nd, close for 3rd, either King Cat Anvil or Renoir 151.
Playing from Redmond 2 back here. That's now 3 in a row overall for the winner here. Natural Talent just kind of slid by there in the last 8. I think this is the first time I've ever seen a Nobleland Sam, Sportsmaster, and Christian Cullen sire trifecta.
Well, Nobleland Sam is the top pacing stallion in the state of Ohio. Now, Dave Miller's cousin, Dean Collins, sent this horse out here from Colonial Downs in the fall. Dave kept the drive after the $37,500 claim by Bo Bowden and company, and he could be the steal of the year, Holly. This horse could conceivably win at the same class level for 4 more starts. Well, that will do it for live racing in 2006. Do you have any predictions for the 07 season?
The go-to guys are going to get even better. Sears, Pierce, Miller, and Brennan. Those 4 combined in 2007 $50 million. That'll be an all-time first for 4 drivers.
Be sure and tune in right here on FSN New York on January 1st at midnight for our half-hour Best of 2006 highlight video. We'd like to thank all of you for your support all season long. For track announcer Ken Workington, for my colleague Bob Hollywood Hayden, and everyone in TV Control, I'm Sam McKee. Thanks for watching. Happy New Year. We'll see you in 2007. For more, check out our website, thebigm.com. Good night.